At this point, we have created our floor plan that is fully dimensioned, and now we need to start actually placing components, primarily our fixtures, into our house where they will go. So that things, so we'll start on this plan. If we need to make another plan that's not quite so busy, we will, but we should have enough room to place stuff here. So if I zoom in here, this is where my kitchen is going to go. I'm going to start in the kitchen and the bathrooms because that's where my fixtures, cabinets, plumbing, all that kind of stuff is going to go. Furniture will come later. All right, so focusing in on here, let's see. So what we need to do is go to the components option, load family. And so you're going to go to the shared S drive, main east, students, AAT, CEA, Revit families, US Imperial. And so the cabinets is in casework. All right, so go to casework. You can start with base counters. That's the ones that are on the floor. So go to base cabinets, and it's your call what you want them to look like. If you want them to be like a corner, usually you start from the corner and work your way out. So it's a good idea to start here, and then it's up to you how you want your stuff to look. Having a sink is important. So I'm going to start personally with the angled unit right here. Say okay. You see how it's kind of angled the wrong way, so hit the space bar that way. And then the other thing is you can get it, a lot of times you can get it maybe exact. That way it's right in the corner right there. If you don't get it exact, you can place it out in the middle of space, and you go to 3D view. Now you see I have a corner cabinet there, but I go here. If it's not exactly where I want it to, I click here, I click on the object, I click the align tool. I want it to be aligned to the inside of the drywall. So you click on what you want to align it to first, then what you want it to align, and then there and there, and then you go back to 3D view and it's placed right in the corner where you want it. Okay, so back to my floor plan. So now I'm going to place, go back to architecture component, load family, should go back right back to where it was. I want the sink now. All right, let's see. I want a pretty wide one. Let's see, 42 inch, sure. And no, I can go a little wider than that. Let's go all the way to the 48. All right, and you can see here, I'm gonna need to reposition my my window here eventually when I get my actual sink in. Again, going back to 3D view, that's what that looks like. Zoom out a little bit, have a little bit more room here to work with, so we'll keep on working. So now I can just place any other cabinets I want. And now this is up to you to think, what kind of cabinets do you have? What kind of cabinets do you like? Do you like the ones with the drawers? Do you like all 4 drawers? Do you like a skinny one, a single drawer? Vanity, that's when you're getting into bathrooms. So if it says vanity, that's a bathroom. But these are what you would typically see in a kitchen. So I think I'll go with that. And oh, by the way, when you're placing it from the back. All right, so it's important to keep that in mind. All right, and you've preloaded a whole bunch of different types of sizes. So 24 inch. Now you also want to definitely keep in mind here what the what's called the kitchen triangle. So if here's my sink, I need to keep in mind where my refrigerator and where my stove is. All right, so I only place a thin cabinet here because I want to do a component, load family. I need to go load a range or a stove. So you scroll down or go through until you find, let's see, is it, no, not detail items. Specialty equipment. Let's see, specialty equipment, domestic, mid-range or high-end. And this is when you're going to start looking for your Let's see, we'll go with a range. That's a gas range. So if I want to put that in there, say okay. So there's where my gas range is going to be. And then, so another cabinet here. So architecture component. Let's go with my case of base cabinets. That's the sink cabinet. That's not what I want. Let's see, base cabinet, single door. Go with a slightly larger one here. And then I've got enough space to do maybe an island in here. So I might put my refrigerator here. So go to component, load family. So again, in the mid-range, you got a number of refrigerators to look at. You recall which one. Just choose one like that. Okay, and there's the refrigerator. And now I'm going to put in some cabinets here for like an island type. So component, load family. Actually, I should already have the base cabinets. So let's see. Now I want. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to need to load some more cabinets. So we'll go back to casework, base cabinets. Let's see, yeah, the double cabinet 2 drawer. Say open. Let's see, base cabinet 2 drawer. So for a nice, decent size island here, put one right here. I want to make sure my refrigerator still has room to open. So we'll do it there. Let's see, if I do 2 of those, that's going to be a bit too much. Actually, looks like that might fit. Get nice, plenty of space there. I can even put a small. I could put a small cabinet here, or maybe actually just a small wall extending right there. That's what I might do. So go back to wall, basic wall interior, and let's just extend a wall, give a little bit of separation there. All right, so let's check a dimension. So from this edge to this edge, yeah, 1'9", definitely not enough space. You want a good amount of walk space between your cabinets and like that space right there. 2'9". That's all right. I'd rather it be closer to 2'6" here, and then align this. So click on align. There and there. Okay. Go back to 3D view. So those are backwards, I can see. So if I click on them, all right. So I'm going to have to realign those. So go back to my floor plan. So delete out that dimension. Try that again. So from this edge to here, make that 2'6", and then use the align tool for here to here. All right, so when you go back to 3D view, you can see that you only put in the actual cabinets themselves. You haven't put in any kind of countertop or anything like that. No sink yet. So to put in the countertop, you have to, as usual, go back to component, load family. So you can go to countertops. Pretty straightforward. blend. So that might be good for exactly what I put in there. So I'm going to have some hanging over this part here so that I can put in some like a bench or something like that. So right there. And then this, if you click on it, you can actually change the dimensions. So I can have some overhang. All right. And then, let's see. So load countertop with sink. So that's a straight line, L shape with sink. So that'll kind of fit exactly where I want it to, right in here. Oops, zoomed in too much. So I'm going to align back edge here with that back edge with that back edge. And now you'll see that this side is not long enough. That needs to be extended out. And this side is way too long. So I'll click on that, back that off a bit. And then you can use the align tool again. So align that. Oops. Let's see what just happened. I undo that. So align that to that. All right. So again, go back to 3D view. Now I've got in my countertop, at least for that portion. So there's still some portion countertop I need right there. But the key here is I want to make sure I show you how to do the sink before I get too much further along in this. All right. So we will go back to floor plan, click on this, and then if this is where I want my sink, you know, again, you can get as detailed as you want. You can, if you want the sink itself to be centered, you can move it around all you want here. If you want to leave it where it is, that's fine too. And then you would just line up the window here. So you can move the window so it's more centered over top of the sink, which is more traditional. And then you have to put in the sink. We haven't done that yet. So anything plumbing. So you go to architecture, component, load family. And you will go to plumbing. And sometimes this just takes a bit of looking around. So I went to plumbing, MEP, fixtures. So I go to sinks. Go to, let's see, these are not the ones that I want. So let's go back out. Architectural, fixtures, sinks, sink kitchen. There we go. That's what I want. So one big, if you want a big single so it's all different types of kitchen sinks. So click open. And now we're placing it. And I'll place it right over top of there. Okay. Oh, and so that window, obviously that's not a very good dimension. So click on activate dimension. Just make it 4 foot, what was that? 4.6. Okay. Again, go back to 3D view, and it all looks good. The window is definitely high enough up above the sink. That way, that's not going to be an issue. So now just keep on putting stuff in and make your kitchen look the way you want to. So I still need to put in the cabinet, or sorry, countertop here. So we can go back and do that. So again, it would be component, load family, go up, up, up. So casework, countertops, and this is just a regular old countertop. Okay. Hit spacebar, so it goes in that corner there, and that's going to be way too long. So I need to back that off quite a bit, right there. All right, so I've only put in base cabinets. Now you need to put in upper cabinets. Upper cabinets should mirror the lower cabinets that are below them. So when I go to case component, load family, instead of going to base cabinets, you'll put into wall cabinets. And again, since I started with a corner cabinet, you can start with again another corner cabinet. Here, it won't even show up unless you're up against a wall, so that is an important thing to keep in mind. I'll place it here, and then I'll use the align command. So click on it, hit align here and here. So again, go back to 3D view. So you see how that kind of mirrors the upper cabinet. The upper cabinet mirrors the lower cabinet. All right. I'm not going to put in any cabinet, obviously, in front of the window. So I'll put in an upper cabinet here, probably leave the space open above the sink. That way, or sorry, not the sink, the range. That way you can put in like a microwave or something a lot of times. So this just gets, takes some playing around with. So architecture component, load family. Let's see, and these are just your basic wall cabinets. So single door, double door. I'll load both of those at the same time, just so I can kind of play around with them, see what works. So one double door, yep. So that'll be kind of like right here. It's a little bit too wide. Make it a little smaller. It could be a little bigger. So 33 maybe. Yep, that looks like that'll work. Use the align command, align it to that edge. Okay, and then keep on working with that. So something a little smaller, maybe a 24-inch. Yep, that should be about right. And then probably switch to upper cabinet, single door. So maybe a 21-inch. That's a little too wide. Let's put 18. And that looks like that'll fit. So now it's all about alignment. So align this edge to that edge. Okay, good. This edge and that edge. Okay, good. And go back to 3D view. So kitchen's looking pretty good so far. Now I'll put in a microwave right here. So architecture component, load family. So if you're struggling to find something, a lot of it might be in the specialty equipment. So domestic, go to mid-range, microwave oven, open. So you can kind of place it in 3D view also if you want to. You can do that. So place that right there. But you'll notice that it doesn't show up actually. So it looks a little weird if you put something and then it doesn't show up. So move that out of place. Okay, that's not where it ended up. Let's try it again. Oh, so there it is. So it aligned it. It went into a different room. So it aligned in a weird place. All right. And also you see it's on the floor. So you click on it, offset, try offsetting it from host about 5 feet. See if that looks about right. It needs to be a little higher. So let's say 5'6". All right, still, that'll work for now. All right, so go now to floor plan. And it's going to be a bit higher than what you can see. And that's because your view range is cut at about 4 foot. So what you do is you scroll down here in the properties browser until you see view range. And instead of it being the cut plane of 4 foot, try to put the cut plane at about 6 foot. And now you'll see your microwave and you align it. So click on the microwave itself, align, so the back wall to there. And then the, let's see, this edge, oops, not there. So you click on the object, you want to align to first, oops. So to this edge to that edge. All right. And when I go back now, it should fit relatively well. All right. So there's my kitchen. Okay. Again, this is pretty rough, pretty quick, but it'll work for now. Next thing is bathroom. So go back to the first floor plan. So I know my bathroom. I have the general bathroom here. That's the accessible bathroom here. And then I have the master bath here. So architecture, component, load family. So let's see. If we want to do the plumbing of the bathroom, so go to plumbing, architectural, fixtures. We got bathtubs, showers, urinals, water closets. That's where you're going to find the toilet 3D domestic. That's going to be the most common type of toilet you have. So we'll place one here temporarily, spin it around a little bit. Let's see. And for the time being, we'll place this one here. Might end up moving those. All right. All of our houses should include at least one bathtub. So put in bathtub. Make sure these items that you're doing are 3D. All right. Not the 2D versions. It's really gonna mess up if you put in a 2D thing into your drawing file. All right. So for your tub, let's see. You can put it like this. Yeah, I might actually put my tub in like this, and now I'm going to move my toilet so it fits somewhere else. Okay. Right, place that there, and then do an alignment again. So let's see, where's the other? So click on the tub itself, click on the align, so to that wall, do it that way. And then we'll move this. All right. Oops. So we'll try placing that again. So it is architecture component. Let's see, where did the toilet go? There we go. All right, place that right there. And then for here, this will be just a standing shower. So architecture component, load family. So instead of bathtub, we'll do a shower. Let's see, a 2D shower stall. That's not what we want. So MEP, fixtures, showers. All right, I'm going to put in a corner shower stall here. All right. It'll go around. Okay, it'll fit right there. Plenty of space for the toilet to reposition. So I'll copy paste this one. Okay. All right, and now for the vanities. So component, load family, go up until you see casework, base cabinet, vanity. Usually you're going to want something with a sink, say okay. All right, so for the larger bathroom, we can have a slightly larger sink. But for the master bath, I need to change the size of that door. That door is not going to work there. So we can use a larger sink there as well. So we can go maybe to 48. We'll see if that'll fit. Seems like that'll fit well. And then for this one, we can maybe even go a little larger than 48. Oh, 48 is all we got. Okay. So let's delete that one. That was a mistake. Component, 48 inch. Okay. So again, go back to 3D view, check out our work so far. All right, there we have that. And once again, we don't have a cabinet, countertop, or sink, so we're going to have to do that same stuff we did before. You see there's plenty of space here for the accessibility option. We will put in the handrails and everything to make this this bathroom fully accessible. All right. So this is the process that we go through. So that's a lot of the fixtures so far. Again, the kitchen cabinets, countertops, plumbing for the. One thing I haven't put in, I just realized I didn't put in the dishwasher yet. So I might need to delete out one of these cabinets here, maybe this cabinet right here, put in a dishwasher. I could put that in the island as well. But then I did the fixtures. I just haven't put in the sink for the bathroom yet. So let's go ahead and show you how to do at least one of those. So again, go to component, load family. We'll go to countertop, vanity countertop with square sinkhole. Do that. Okay. Do that again here. And then we just need to load a square sink. So component, load family. Let's go to plumbing. And again, so this just takes some looking around, getting used to what you have here. Let's see, sinks. Let's see, kitchen, nope. So that's not where our, let's try it again. Let's go to architectural, fixtures, sinks, sink vanity squared. That's what we're looking for. Say okay. Those should fit just about right. All right. Again, spacebar is what turns them into place. All right. So go back to 3D view now. And now we see that our sinks are in our bathroom. All right, something happened here. That's not quite aligned the way it should be. So I might need to go back and realign that. So that aligned, yeah, that's aligned way too far back. So click on that, re-click on the line, there. Let's just pull that away. So align there to there. All right. Something's not quite right there. Let's delete that out. Copy, paste. All right, that doesn't seem to be working. Let's try put that in again. Architecture component, countertop. Let's see, where was that thing? This is vanity countertop. Okay, so component, scroll down to the bottom for V, vanity countertop. There it is. Okay. And then that's going to need to be moved forward a little bit to make that land on top of it. Not quite where it needs to go, so click on it, align, there, and there. Okay. And now we go back to 3D view. Okay, now it all looks the way it should mostly. All right. Again, the door's a little off. I could get resized from 36 down to maybe 30. Go back to the, still a little wide, but it's also to be moved. So let's just say that 1'6" instead. All right, a little too far, 1'8". Try right in the middle, 1 foot out. Oops. 7x7. All right, that's plenty of space. All right, so that's the basics of how you place all that. Next, we're going to do furniture.